folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely making her miserable.
With no rest and no downtime, we
Yes? The whole reason. Well, now.
Any negotiation I ever been a part of. Not that I've been part of many.
heads up, make some stuff.
Reminds me more and more of Tau Ceti by the minute. Doing a task or they're nice enough. Sure. The folk here don't seem to. No. Listen, there'll be enough time for. We should move on. Unless you've got something for me?
Well, I assume it was about damn time you got here. This labor stoppage has put us almost a full week behind schedule, and is somewhat. It should go.
I reckon she's. And well,
Nevertheless, here we must. You're asking, and when I say I, it is critical that you understand that as director of this facility, this plan. So, the workers may be unhappy. My worker, they've appointed some kind of leader. If I am a very important upper, middle, lower manager. Their value is, and by providing their maximal effort, I believe you will find him up on the landing pad with some of his minions. Best do us.
That's right, folks. Keep the chanting going. I can see the overseer up in her office. And we're definitely making her miserable.
I ain't aiming to seem rude, but I got a lot to deal with, right? Settle my complaints? How exactly? Auntie's got a priority. Remind me again?
An in-house.
Right, that. Right.
They work, and if it is an unconscionable condition to keep these work. No, I'm just a fellow underling suffering the corporate grind who saw the plight of these poor folk and needed to help them make a fair and reasonable deal.
That's right. Leo has been an absolute wealth of what's what. Without him...
Under the yoke of a...
Right, that.
Me?
Now hold it right there. We aren't here to talk about our shifts need to be... Second, if we gotta work those long... Finally, we want all-day bathroom access. Expecting us to fit our necessities into the same 4 hours is just mean. Plus, yeah, well...
Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
Welcome back. Did you make contact with workers? Do they understand? So, what are these ingrate alley sprats willing to... 12-hour? I am, frankly, disappointed you would even bring me such a preposterous demand. Well, it's that would... All right, you've convinced me. What, free? Giving something away for free is akin to ignoring the cost of its creation. What in the void are you talking about? My greed is certainly What? No! I would never... Well, fuck. That's quite the rub, isn't it? Huh. Is there more they ask? They want to... What if they lounge? What if they take time to relax? What if they retreat to indulge their... Oh my. What more do they want? Very good.
Others get the exact same pay, but only work 12-hour days.
Hello again. Do you have news for us about the negotiations? That's as fine a place to start as any. What did that tyrant have to say for herself? Well, a most promising development. She willing to see reason? Free? Really? What's next? Excellent. What progress have you made? That must have been quite the negotiation. Well,
Damn! I really felt like I was close to... But I'll get him next.
next time?
Yeah,
It don't matter. Now, if you'll...
you did these folk a good turn, Commander. Good luck. We'll be seeing more of these negotiations across Arcadia. Bosses will just have to live with it.
The workers have returned and production has resumed. Wonderful work. Our disruption, Amelia. I have already informed the Home Office, and with you may tell the...
Glad to see you. Got something that needs doing, Commander?
do.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based on. Not because we worship this, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. Now the protectorate functions yet. We respond to what
Tramicular takes forever.
your decision. Consumers. We took what nature heedlessly assembled and vastly rebettered it. At Auntie's Choice, we 110% enjoy an enhanced existence through the conspicuous consumption of unavoidable embedded chemicals with Auntie's Choice. An artificial life is a life that's sweeter. Live a life that's sweeter with Auntie's Choice. Item, business, good. We have positive bit flow. Our portfolio is diversified, but we can always do better. I'll give it to you straight in my quarterly underperformance review.
Welcome back! We understand you've been
Yes, time is bits. Tell us how it went.
a satisfactory effort, my ameliorator. I had hopes your talents would yield a result a mite more in our favor.
Well,
Anything else you'd like to report? Your performance at that
there you go. What do a bunch of eggheads know about marketing? Marketing isn't some rigmarole you can plug into a computronic dude. Too detached, too rational to intuit. Real marketing is gut-driven. It's not something you think.
Yes, suppose we should move on.
I'm the head of our proprietary insight acquisition division. The Protectorate have a process called mental refreshment. Some kind of mind manipulation business. Auntie wants details on their methodology, pharmacology, and technology. This archive plan says it's important. Fine. And, oh, do tell. I hope you gathered supplemental materials and recruited the scientist as well. Really?
I, for one,
Now, I assume our people will extract details about the pharmacology and methodology, and that will all no doubt prove useful, but we're most interested in the technology and its results. Can't say I like the sound of that.
how true.
What else can you tell us about the place? Turn up any additional details? Anything especially marketable? But still, they keep on marketing it as virtually foolproof, don't they? So much for their vaunted moral high ground. Excellent. Well, along with something extra. Too bad about the lead scientist. Converting him would have earned you an All right.
Congratulations! Your storied success has earned you a whole entire.
So your preliminary chores are complete. Oh, finally, a contractor with a little backbone. Normally they flee or expire, leaving the work woefully incomplete. Ah, I remember you from before. Fairfield, yes? Tell me, as an outside agent, do you have any quandaries working with our organization? It's true, the old corporations cared little for the individual, whereas I'd like to see each and every one of our employees rise from the refuse heap, like I did. Do hope you'll forgive these two. They're competing for a rather significant promotion, you see. It tends to make employees fractious, like young ursopods cooped up in the den. So, you've been advancing a fairly radical idea with a group that, to date, we've considered our rivals. I received a most curious transmission from Ruth Bassar, presiding bishop of the order, proposing we discuss the prospect of our groups working together. She stated this was your idea. Yes, and I'm sure a certain delegate or two had nothing to do with it. A cessation of hostilities could present any number of potentially profitable options, assuming we could work out favorable terms. Are you sure you'd rather pursue this over your current exclusive contract with us? Before I contact Ruth, I want to be 110% certain. Fine. I'll initiate a call with Ruth through a secure line in the...
Good luck, my
Don't let us-
ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's choice.
From pop guns to
Gets over to...
cannons,
cover and
whatever
concealment,
size weaponry
then you need
to
a
make
good
all
set of armor before someone succeeds in ventilating.
Operational budget for the next fiscal semi-decade. Credit where it's due. To me, as your chief executive, I foster a healthy cutthroat rivalry between our top divisions. Jealousy, hard feelings really stir the pot.
Whoa. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Value-added Esplanade.
Whoa. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Good. We have positive.
You won.
Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume.
With Auntie's choice. As your peerless leader, known for her unparalleled business acumen, I might appear above the occasional frivolity. But no, I do enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match as much as I rank and file.
It's what? The story of Auntie Cleo versus the Moon Man is a ballad for our ages. A thing of legend, to be handed down for a modest fee to each successive generation. Spacer's choice swollen-headed mascot represents the worst impulses of old corporations, who unfairly stacked the deck against the little person, as they tried with us at Tau Ceti. But did Auntie Cleo take Spacer's choice devious shenanigans lying down? No! Just like our sponsored tossball team, the Auntie Cleo's Darlings refused to do when things were down at the end of the sponsorship series against the Spacers Chosen.
I'm Jean Turfer-Tyler, 6th base person for the Auntie Cleo's Darlings. I cleaved Spacers Chosen's goalie at the end of the 56th inning. Sunday goal to win the game. Whenever I see that Moon Man's grinning face, I want to cleave it in twain.
weaponry. You need to make all your problems past tense.
Can't tell the difference between cover and conceal.
You have the look of someone with you.
I know. Folks been shooting. All right.
Nutrition supplements are up 11% quarter.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business. There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to... Oh, yes! Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Oh, spare no detail. This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better. If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed. From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology. Stop, please. If there is one subject at the forefront of my mind, it is the archive. Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice. What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop. I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question. I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part. I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal. No one said anything about paying, but, it would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive. Involving money in science seems questionable, but having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly. Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive. And I assure you that Auntie's Choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined. On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores. No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all. Where Auntie's Choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience. So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly. We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to, and a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity. Correctly ascertained. I disagree completely. Just look at how well the Order protected its own assets. Remember Golden Ridge, the archive? Besides, the Order will inevitably leave money on the table. Pull my other leg. If Auntie's Choice doesn't make a profit from it, I literally couldn't care less. Well, I never accept a deal I don't like, and frankly, you've been becoming a little too pertinacious for my liking. We can end these negotiations at any time, you know. It seems Auntie's Choice stands little to gain from them. Evidently, we have hit an impasse. Disappointing. But not out... And you... I estimate seeing...
Well, I'd say the only...
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark. If I was discourteous, I apologize. And from point one, control of the ops. If there before what? I would sever my own hand before giving. Not completely sure you can convince me that Auntie's Choice benefits from. Oh, kindly enlighten me on precisely. Oh, grand. The Order is pleased to accept. Yes, the Order can keep their contraption, but no, where so we would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip. Exactly. As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow, and there is still the question of who takes possession of the... Although the Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. A 50-50 split? But that's so... equal. I generally consider anything less than a majority as if Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree. I shall look forward to brokering them. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor. I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly... That is, quite frankly, none of your concern. Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should. I will make no progress with my request. While the archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allow... Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. certainly. But nothing I'm not prepared to suffer. And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Well, a generous offer. But I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. That math is confidential. But I have enough reason to believe the outcome will be favorable. I did not anticipate needing to fight for my own physical autonomy. Oh, how it's delightful to me to see you squirm. All right. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Arriving at any arrangement, even remotely equitable, was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward, as am I. You certainly have a way. Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice, and do come see me personally when you have time. One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the... We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your... Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easy, but it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given... First, we must reclaim Spireton from the enemy. Spireton once served as the Order's headquarters, due to its proximity to the... More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our... Unlocking and calling that lift can only be... Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will... Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises. But you're with such a device in hand, and perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs. There is a computronical key that you will... The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems. Until the Order has control over the archive again, may you achieve progress.
That was some damn fine intermediation, Commander. You might just have a future in finance. You know, after Auntie and the Order trounce the Protectorate.
I'm not paying professional hunters to run a petting zoo. Acquire and exploit the local fauna like it's your life's work.
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations? Fortunately, when you're the head of an advanced medical technology corporation, you become first in line for any experimental life-preserving procedures. As far as what happened, I was the victim of an unfortunate industrial accident shortly after we arrived here, the details of which are less salient than the details of what comes next.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a... There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but... Oh, once I saw what...
Wait. Are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to...
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield?
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all.
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. Where's the profit in killing? No, to find me the perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated not just any automech. That facility was designed to build complex automechs. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died. Make it mine.
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to make.
Well then, fetch me my...
Don't let us keep...
Good luck, my ameliorator. Remember, you can't spell heinous ascetic without Auntie's Choice.
Sporting match as much as all of you base rank and side. And don't get me started.
Remember what we discussed and act
Welcome to Head Office
equitably.
Tower. Again.
Why even have the T-zones then? Oh, and sportsmanlike conduct is tolerated? Ha! That won't put posteriors in the seats. Sport without blood sounds like red ink to Auntie. Our tossball teams play for keeps. I witnessed no fewer than 6 critical blood-force dramas in last week's contest between the Easy Heel Loafers and Spectrum brand bandits. I pit our least bankable tossball team against the Protectors.
Yes, you! Name a food, any food. Hot.
Of the fiscal week. Even with half our team's 32 backs benched, they'd forfeit by middle time. It would be...
embarrassment of body goals. Imagine the ad windfall. Our athletic
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Value added Esplanade.
Ugh. Ain't heard from Ortiz in months. When we get back to the ship, let's give this a watch.
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy...
Try to taste the lemon.
People's lives now as a responsible member of society.
You to take part in public protesting, respecting your right to risk a few pesky side effects as an early adopter. And choice, we understand. The marketplace is dynamic, efficient, and shifting needs of our populace. After all, that's what unbridled freedom's all about.
Seize them!
Armed and ready.
It's not the worst, unless it's fourth worst. Live, love, laugh, purchase, and consume with Angie's Choice.
As your fearless leader known for her unparalleled
Purpleberry Suck it.
The occasional frivolity. But no, I enjoy spectating a rousing sporting match. Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. While the Protectorate decide what its subjects get, we respond to what you want through your decisions as consumers. What's more, we skip the frivolously lengthy approval process our overbearing neighbors employ. Why wait 20 years to bring a new product to market when it can be enhancing people's lives now?
As a responsible member of society, we allow you to take part in public product testing.
Soon I'll be able... You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? A last-minute shakedown, is it? I knew I liked you. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share? Oh, thank you. It's so rare to find a person. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Ark, with their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution. Yes, I am quite looking forward. As they say, time is capital, time is bits. You're burning lucre just standing there. Go! As they say, time is capital, time is bits. You're burning lucre just standing there. Go!
If you have business here, don't let me keep you.
Make profitable choices.